Hey, so I'm back with another video. It's 10:30 a.m. It is the first day of autumn. Is it the first day of autumn? No, actually, tomorrow's the first day of autumn, but it is September 22nd. It's Friday morning, and I wanted to come on here and make this video. I made this video earlier this morning on my phone, and it looks like my phone's having some problems because it just kept cutting out on me. The camera wasn't working, so I'm starting on my laptop. So the name of this video is the rumors about me. And I had mentioned in my video that I was looking at Pee Wee Herman videos, looking up skits, scenes from certain parts of the movie Pee Wee's Big Adventure, because I really think that movie's funny. Anyway, so I don't get into like group tarot readings. I never had an interest in that, only because I kept thinking, okay, how is it that you could read for an entire group, right? So I've never got into that sort of stuff, but for whatever reason, it popped into my feed, I guess. So as I was watching this Pee Wee Herman video, I caught my eye caught onto this other one, and the title, something about the title sounded a lot like my story. So I said, okay, you know what else am I going to do? It's the evening, I'm going to go check it out. So I checked it out. This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I started listening to this tarot reading, and I'm like, I know that my issue went like viral. I mean, like, when I didn't necessarily go viral, but like my situation went viral. And people got the attention of a lot of people. So it doesn't surprise me that my energy or a reading would come up. Or possibly, I'm also considering the possibility that maybe when these people give these readings, that a lot of people go through the same thing. Cool. So it could very well be for everyone. Okay, so my mind's opening up a little bit more. But anyway, it started making me think about my situation. And I do understand that when you're dealing with gang stalking, one of their tactics is to spread rumors about you. They do this for a particular reason. The reason why they spread rumors and turn people against you is because they don't want you to have a support system. It's about control. Like, they want to win. So the only way they can win is to knock down anybody that's going to provide this person's support. So then it becomes a whole community against one person. So, I kept thinking, okay, gossip. Now, I know here, I'm going to address some of these rumors that possibly, and I'm just basing it off of what this particular reader was saying, that these rumors could be going on about me, possibly. Rumor number one, that I am a clone, which I thought was pretty funny. No, I'm not a clone. I think what people are shocked about is that they're seeing a side of me that they've never understood or noticed before. Okay, when you grow up in a very abusive type household, I'm going to set up a little bit because I don't like sitting down for long periods of time. When you grow up in an abusive household, people want to see you as stupid. Like, they thought I was stupid. And I don't know why they thought I was stupid. Mainly because I probably never reacted maybe the way that they wanted me to when they would bully me when I was younger. I was always bewildered because I kept thinking, why are these people bullying me out of nowhere? Blah, 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 blah. So maybe I didn't respond like they would. They probably would fight with their fist, or maybe something like that. Maybe they were expecting to get some sort of reaction out of me and I didn't give it to them. So they thought that maybe I was stupid. I did have problems when I was in school because of the bullying. And because I always was a pretty good student when I was younger. And then all of a sudden I started having problems in school. This is through the time the bullying started intensifying as you get older, as you start expressing yourself and you start understanding who you are. So that gives them more fuel for the fire, right? Although I could tell you that my bullying started way in the playground. This is a family dynamic that is very sick. So anyway, going back to addressing the rumor that I am cloned. They are saying me as an adult who's come to full realization of a situation that is very toxic, okay, and very life-threatening, okay, that changes the entire game. Meaning, like, I've always been the kind of person who's very lighthearted. I still am, but I don't really get in situations like that because I'm basically isolated, right? But, I like to throw in humor when I'm talking to people. I like to, make light of situations. I think that's a part of expressing yourself and bonding with people. But they resent that because when you are lighthearted, people can't help but like you, right? Because you're relatable, right? They don't want people to like you. So they create rumors and they destroy and terrify and tear down any sort of chance of existing friendships or whatever. So what they're saying is, I'm different. I'm so different than I was before. No, I'm not different. I'm showing my strong side that no one was aware of. I'm showing the side of myself that understands what this is and the originators of it. So when I put up barriers, because I recognize these people as being sex traffickers, okay, abusive, and possibly deadly. So that changes things, okay? It makes me see things in a different way. Like, people love their children, right? But if they found out their kids were murdering people, eating them, you know what I mean? Or doing something really weird, twisted, and dark, that changes the game a little bit, right? For some people, okay? So, no, I'm not. I'm not a clone of myself. I haven't never even been, I don't recall being dragged off to any facility or something like that, or coming from a facility. I basically go to work and come home. Okay, so I don't recall anybody making any clones of me or whatever. I am who I am. Okay, it's just that I've come to realize what these people are. And it does change the game. Because I don't know anything of these people other than all I can recall is they've always been abusive. Period. And now I understand why they're abusive. The sick family dynamic of being a scapegoat and the black sheep of the family, now that changes the game. Now Maria's going to show her strong side almost all the time because I can't trust people anymore. Okay? So that's an explanation, and it's a reasonable one. So, rumor number 2, I have an STD. No, I do not have an STD. It's impossible for me to have one. I have not been sexually active since, I think, 2017 or something like that. That was with my ex-husband. Okay, so no, I'm not. And that's another right. They do these things because they want people to think that you're a slut. I'm not a slut. Okay? Just because I had a child out of wedlock does not make me a slut. You know what I mean? And I've probably had less sex partners than the majority of women I know who are my age. Okay? I didn't become sexually active until I was much older. Most kids become sexually active anywhere between 14, 15. I was a late bloomer. Okay? So people can think what they want to think. Also, they'll say things like, they might know someone that you know, which they know everyone I know. They make a point to, right? They'll say something like, oh, Maria said, you're this, and this. Okay? That's impossible. Because I've never shared or merged my home life with my family life. Like when I would go visit my family, I never said anything about what I was doing at work. They may have known the place I worked, but I never went in. I didn't even know they were behind my employment. Okay, so they'll say these things to turn people against you. I've never said a damn thing. Okay. Also, the only person I didn't recall talking about was Roxanne. Okay, but everything I said about Roxanne was true, and I would say it to her face. As a matter of fact, I'm saying it on YouTube. Okay. I'm sharing my feelings about Karen Johnson and everyone else who got involved. I'm not afraid to address things to people's faces. And if I have a beef with you, I usually have a reason to. Right? So, rumors. So, when people have an issue with hatred towards me, they need to look at themselves. Because I'm not responsible for the shortcomings of other people. What was the other rumor possible? Yeah, I talk about other people. No, I don't. I have an STD. No, I don't. I ain't no goddamn clone. You know what I mean? I'm a woman who basically has been abused all my life by opportunist people who were raised by a narcissistic mother. And this is the result of it. Okay? It went from my mother and her sick, warped views of herself, passing it on to her children. Her children are flying monkeys. They spread shit everywhere. Thinking everything's a game. I gotta win. I never played that game. And that's what it is. You know? And people like to hate. They love to fucking hate. And you throw religion in it, oh boy. They want to get self-righteous about everything. And they think it's a justification to cast blame on people and whatever. Hey man, you guys are fucking demonic as fuck. That's what it is. But I was really interested in hearing this. And then, like I said, that reading may not have been for me, but at least it made me think. You know what I mean? It made me think about what's going on. You know what I mean? Because, let's face it, I'm never going to get closure. You know? I'm never going to get full closure. And I mentioned in my last video I made this morning that closure is important. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you walk away with some sort of trauma. You know? For the rest of my life, I'm going to remember that I had a psychotic family. The shit's demonic, okay? I mean, you know, there's no other way to explain it, you know? And the girl who's married to my ex-husband, Selena, she's got a serious problem. No one was ever in a competition. She made that competition of herself, or she was fueled by my family to do it. You know, hey, if you wanted him, you go right ahead. I never once made any attempt to come back to him. Okay? And if I choose to take care of myself, I do so because I love myself. I love myself enough to say, no, I'm not going to be abused. I love myself enough to sit there and face the entire goddamn world that was seething mad at me for no goddamn reason. Okay? And say, no, I choose me. It should come as no surprise, and it's a complete and no-brainer that I'm going to choose myself over my abusers. And see, the very fact that these people ask the impossible, try to bully somebody to the point of no return, okay? It's not just weird human behavior, it's goddamn demonic. And the way it spreads, if you believe the absurd, when you start believing the absurd, you got to know that's demonic. You know? But there's a lot of people like me. Like, what I mean by that is there's so much dysfunction in the world. And I'm sorry, I keep standing up, but I have to, because, like, sitting down, it just doesn't work for me for a long period of time. I got to stand up. I got to move those legs. I've been sitting on my ass for like 30-something years, in and out of the workforce. You know what I mean? And doing that too much is not a good thing. So I like to bend and flex a little bit as I talk. You know, it's my video, it's my channel. Hey, anyway. But yeah, you know, I've got families. We got families in this world that are more than just dysfunctional. They're goddamn deadly. Okay? And I think that this should serve as a lesson to people. You know, I look at family dynamics and I study people. You know, and what I want to see in the world is I want to see real love. I want to see people who pick up their kids and look at their kids, not because they think that other people are watching, so they got to throw that shit on TikTok or something, that they got to show and prove that they're good parents. And I'm not knocking people who show their kids in videos. If I had a little kid, I would probably be really proud of it in a certain way, and I want to do that. But sometimes it's just like I doubt the sincerity of most people. You know? And you can't blame me, because I have only known wicked people. I've only known people who are wicked, or people who want to show off or act as if they're more important than what they are. You know? And I get accused of being arrogant, which I think is funny. When you make boundaries for yourself, when you start standing up for yourself and you're saying, I don't want to be abused anymore, oh, suddenly you're arrogant. Yes, I do not want to associate with people who abuse me. I do not want to associate with people who undermine my desires and what I plan for myself. I choose myself. Okay? If that's arrogant, well, then I guess so be it. Okay? But do I sit here and look down on people who don't have more, who have less than me or whatever? No. Even if I was up there, like what I'm talking about, if I had shitloads of money, I am not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to compare myself and make myself feel better so that I can belittle somebody else. Okay? That's what arrogant is, and I don't do that. And nobody can say that I do. And if you do, you're one of those goddamn demonic liars. So, whoo, had to say that. You know, I'm in a talky mood right now, and I just wanted to say something about who was going through my mind, because, you know, This is such a huge lesson. It's such a huge lesson of the corruption. You know what I mean? The dark energies that walk around and inhabit themselves in human body form because people allow jealousy and envy to get into their hearts. You know, which I want to do a video on that at some point. You know, jealousy and envy can literally possess you. Because you're basically saying, if you don't get over your jealousy, it's going to take over your life. And this is why you see people murder other people and do all kinds of crazy shit that they ordinarily said they wouldn't do, but they let something fester in their mind and in their heart. And that's the outcome of it. And the only reason why I promote my beliefs, and when I may say I don't promote them, I don't shove them down people's throats, but I live them, is because I understand this. Discontentment within yourself can only cause destruction to others. That's a fact. Because you don't see me going out here fucking people's lives over. And even for the people who deserve it. I don't wish any harm on these people, but I wouldn't wish them well either. Now, when I said I wish that they were dead, I do mean that. You know why? Because they need to be stopped permanently. And don't say, oh, well, I thought you loved me. Oh, you cannot use your family tie, your blood tie with me to make me give a shit. Demons come in all forms, and sometimes they come in your own family. That's a goddamn fact. I don't feel love for sex traffickers. I don't feel love for people who sit here and act like they want to do something demonic and then act like they're going to bring God into it. How fucking dare you? People, if you are in a situation similar to mine, or you remember something like this that happened in your life, I am not an extremist. I'm a survivalist. And I think you should adopt the same attitude. There is no reason for you to be a goddamn doormat for anybody. And don't let people use their fucking relationship with you as some sort of way of keeping you with them or whatever. Full bullshit. Because the minute they pull that shit on you, you can recognize it as abuse and walk the fuck away. Whatever happens to me, like I said, I'm an adult and I take full responsibility for my life. Which I did when I fucking set out after I had a child and wanted to take care of myself and put a roof over his head. I have never asked you for a goddamn thing. Yeah. What is it like to be your fucking evil? Like, how do you fucking live with yourself? Some of the shit, the downloads that I got from Bruce, like, what the fuck? How are you going to sit here and throw this Jehovah's Witness bullshit on me when you're the most fucked up person I can't eat? Wow. You think I don't know? I know every goddamn thing each one of you've done. So don't you think that you can come into my face, into my space, and think that I'm going to forgive you. You can rot in hell. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video because I think I said enough. And that goes for all the other employers who thought that they could do this too. I might be an army of one, but I'm stronger than everyone.